My wife cheated, lied to our son about me being abusive, and moved in her affair partner. He tried to saw my son, so I beat his ass and got him arrested. Hello Reddit I+ here. My name is Mark. I'm 45 years old. For over 20 years, I was married to Vanessa, the woman I thought I'd grow old with. We had a 17-year-old son, Lucas. My world. I wasn't perfect, but I was loyal. I worked hard, sometimes too hard, trying to provide. I'm a contractor. Early mornings, long nights, missed dinners. I told myself it was all for them. Vanessa used to say she understood. She'd kiss me goodbye while still half asleep, tell me to be careful, but I started noticing the distance in her eyes long before she ever admitted anything. I just chalked it up to the years passing, life getting in the way. Then in the fall of 2020, everything began to unravel. It started small. She was on her phone more, smiling at messages she wouldn't show me. When I'd ask who it was, she'd say, just an old friend from high school. His name was Trent, 24 years old, the younger brother of her high school best friend. Kid looked like he stepped out of a gym commercial. I didn't think much of it at the time. I trusted her. By spring of 2021, the signs were harder to ignore. She was dressing differently, staying late at work, getting secretive. We barely spoke anymore. I didn't know it then. But the emotional affair had long since started, and it was quickly turning physical. Meanwhile, I was too busy burying myself in work and bottling up the stress. When I tried to reconnect, I got coldness, eye rolls, fights over nothing. Then August came. My mother died. We weren't close, not really, but it hit me in ways I didn't expect, maybe because I had unfinished business with her. Years ago, when Vanessa and I were dating, my mom told me she didn't trust her, said she saw something in her eyes. I didn't want to believe it. I told her if she couldn't accept Vanessa, then she'd lose me. And she did. I walked away from my own mother for my wife, so when she died, I broke. I didn't handle it well. I lashed out, blamed Vanessa for the distance between me and my mom. I said things I shouldn't have, and she threw it right back at me. Told me I was a mama's boy who needed someone to blame. We were toxic by then, but I never saw what was coming. 3 days after the funeral, she told me she wanted a divorce. No warning, no counseling, no trying to fix it, just, I'm done. And when I looked at her, I knew. There was someone else. She didn't fight for custody. She demanded it. Said I wasn't emotionally stable enough to take care of our son. And the worst part? Lucas believed her. She told him I was angry, that I scared her, that I'd threatened her. Lies, all of it. But I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to drag Lucas through court, so I let her have temporary custody. She moved out, took him with her, and moved Trent in within a month. Let that sink in. She brought the affair partner, this 24-year-old little punk, into the same home where my son was supposed to feel safe. I lost my mind, but there was nothing I could do. I had no proof, and every time I called, Vanessa spun the narrative, said I was jealous, unstable, vindictive. Lucas stopped responding to my texts altogether, and I began to believe I'd lost him for good. Until September 24th, I was working late when I got a call from an unknown number. It was Lucas. He was crying, whispering, panicking. I could barely understand him, but the message was clear. Trent tried to come into his room. I didn't even hang up. I threw my tools in the truck and drove like hell. When I got there, the front door was unlocked. Lucas had barricaded himself in his room, and I found Trent halfway down the hall, drunk, shirtless, and trying to act casual. I didn't wait. I saw red. I broke his nose first. Then I lost track of what I was doing. His jaw, his ribs, his arm, I just kept swinging. The cops came. Of course they did. They pulled me off him and put me in cuffs. Vanessa finally showed up, claiming she didn't know what happened. She looked more horrified to see Trent bleeding than to find out he'd tried to hurt our son. But the moment Lucas came out and told them everything, how Trent had tried to force his way into his room, how I was the one he called for help, they let me go. No charges. My name was cleared. That night, I packed a bag, took Lucas with me, and never looked back. Vanessa tried calling, texting. She begged me to come over so she could explain. I went one last time. She admitted everything, the affair, the manipulation, the lies she told our son. And the kicker, Trent had a girlfriend the entire time. A few days later, she messaged me. Her name was Jessica. She sent me screenshots of conversations, proof that Vanessa had been bragging about stealing Trent, saying her husband was a washed-up old man. Jessica's message ended with, I hope you and your son find peace. You deserve it. I just hope she gets what's coming. Vanessa didn't just cheat. She demolished everything in her path. She weaponized our son's trust. She lied about abuse. She chose a predator over a father and husband who did everything to protect his family. Now, I'm rebuilding. Lucas is in therapy. I'm back in court, filing for full custody. I've blocked Vanessa on everything, but sometimes I hear from friends that she's changed, that she's trying to get better. Too late. The bridge isn't just burned. It's ash. And I'll never forget what Lucas said the night I picked him up from the hospital after the incident. You never left me, Dad. Even when I didn't believe you. You never stopped being there. That's the only thing that matters now.